Stamping friends, it's Marilyn here with Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. I'd like to welcome you on this Thursday, February 24th evening. I am happy to be here with you once again. I'm going to share a number of things, different things that are happening in the Stampin' Up world, as well as craft a card with you. So, hello Lori, glad to see you're here with me. And anyone else, please come on, let me know where you're watching from, what things have been like in your part of the world today. I know, unfortunately, most of us have been watching the news, and in Europe, the world, it's not very good, but hopefully you don't have anybody close to you, family-wise and whatever, that are being disrupted over there. So just a sad situation, but nothing we can do about it here, so I'm going to carry on. Hello, Linda. Before I turn your camera down, I'm going to remind you of a few things that I have going on. I have a monthly card club that I host. I have a monthly 12 months of Christmas card class that I host. And I have a fun fold class coming up on March 23rd, so registration is out for that. And you're welcome to join any of them, all of them. Love to have you. We do everything on Zoom. And if you do purchase the kit for the card making, I do mail that to you. So I have to get it done early and get it sent out to you. Hi, Carmen. Hello, Marie. Welcome, welcome. What else do we have? Oh, Zoom with friends on Friday. A number of you coming on, do join me for that. And we have such a great time. So if you do want to join, please send me a message and I will add you to my email list. I do not publish the Zoom link for that one just because I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I don't. So while I go to turn the camera down, let me know. We've recently had Family Day this week. We spent some time with our son and his family. They were baking cookies, and we enjoyed bringing home some of them. So that was pretty lucky for us. Let me know what you did. I'm going to turn the camera down, and I have a few more things to tell you before we start our card making. So try to not jiggle you too much. See the other side of my room as usual, and just a little bit closer to my desktop so I can see what's happening without standing on my tiptoes. Excuse me. Okay, and going to see that looks like I'm in the right place, hopefully, and bring this up so I can read some of your comments. So yes, good to see you. So as you can see on my desktop, we have this all together bundle that is still happening. This is some of the designer paper that I just colored with the different colors so that I could actually see what they're going to look like on the paper. Unfortunately, some of the colors are not available right now, but if they do come back in before the May 2nd, you'll be able to buy the collection, which is a stamp set paper, dies, and the markers, or the blends. And if not, you can buy some of these individually, they're in pairs. They're not light and dark like our other ones, but they are available, and these others are available with individual numbers. So if you're interested in those, be sure and check it out. The stamp set, I'll just show you each one of them. The stamp set has these, which have dies to cut them out, which I do have here. And the dies are also, they've got some great lettering here that you can, I've seen some where you cut this off and just use the For You. So a great combination, and the paper is black and white. I recently had a black and white class and we used some of this paper. Works great for any black and white or anything where you want to color them. And the dies I have, and I do have the markers because I ordered them fairly early. So lots of things there. The markers, I have seen lots of people using them for other things, for animals, for buildings, for, hello Karen, I see your name there. And Karine, good to see you all. Before I get into the recap of Sale-A-Bration, because that is coming to an end here very quickly, I just wanted to remind you that this kit is available. It is a magnetic board, And for anyone who does purchase one through me, I will, on March 15th in the evening, I'm hoping to host a Zoom class where we can put it together. Put it together. Does that make sense? And then we'll be all together, just like our sale thing. So while I'm getting these things together for our card, I just want to remind you also that, I don't know if you could, maybe I'll do this with them. The ink refills for the retiring colors are going to sell out quickly. So if you're thinking that you might need one of those or all of them or whatever and you don't have them yet, just look for them soon on the website. I know last time I looked, I didn't check today, but last time I looked, lots of the inks and refills and whatever were on low inventory. So if they go, you don't have a chance of getting them. So just warning you, I make a habit of purchasing mine when I buy the ink pads. I don't always use lots of them, but at least I've got them to re-ink that ink pad when I need to. So the retiring colors will be Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, and Cinnamon Cider. So keep that in mind as you are perusing the net. Now, on to Sale-A-Bration. My heading for tonight was I'm going to review what I have for Sale-A-Bration products, and I do have some cards, and we're going to make a card with some of the products from there, because as usual, I've got these and I haven't used them near enough. So let me know as we're doing it. If you have a favorite, just type it in, and as before, if I can't answer your comments as I'm going, I'll certainly go back and look at them later. And when I'm done with all of that, I do have lots of show and tell, some cards, and draw for last week I will be doing. So Sale-A-Bration is over on Monday, February 28th. I'm just going to, I never did do a walkthrough and show you what was what, so I'm going to do that now. Kind of a backwards thing, isn't it? But I'm sure you've seen lots of these things, samples posted and other things, and now you can see the actual sets. So this is a stamp set with only 3 stamps, but I've seen this one especially used for lots of border kind of images. And most of these are the red rubber. So that one is one that in Canada you can get for $60. Lots of people I know wait until Sale-A-Bration to order their ink refills, their ink pads, their extra paper even for the retiring colors, because it's kind of a win-win. You can order that and then you get this kind of thing free. So this paper is the Daffodil Afternoon, and I do have some sample pieces of it there. It is gorgeous paper, and as you can see, I don't have a lot of it left from this package, but the colors, if there's any questions you have, be sure and pop them in the comments there. And they are, I've seen these being colored with different colors. Oh, I got little pieces all over the place. These, again, being colored or cut out to put on as focal points. So some great papers there. And of course, usually on the back side, it's a bit more, what would you call it, muted, soft. So that is the Daffodil Afternoon paper, and that as well, you can get the 12 by 12 package for spending $60, and these would be all of your samples. Then, and I've seen lots of these just cased out of this brochure, so lots of them made with that. Then we have the Catching Butterflies, which is cute little girl with butterflies are all one stamp. So not, again, 7 stamps, not a huge number, but great verses. I can see using that a lot for little girl cards, or even girlfriend cards. Hey, wouldn't they be great? Collecting sweet thoughts of you. And in conjunction with that, on this side is the Driving By, and this one has been used by a lot of people for paper piecing. And this card I received in a swap. So this is the Volkswagen Bug, just colored in fussy cut. And then this is some of the designer paper, scallop circles, and whatever. So a great, just a focal point for it. And the happy birthday's obviously from a different set. So you've got a few words in that one. Then, and those are both $60 and you can get them. Then we have the rainbow paper, which is here. So it's a 6x6. Okay, I have one end of it open somewhere. And again, bright colors on the one side and a bit softer on the other. And this is one that I am using part of tonight, so I'll show you a little bit more of that when I get to it. I did not get the stamp set out of the mini catalog, but it does, pardon me, not the stamp set, but the dies do cut out these rainbows. I've seen quite a few videos with that. So you can see here, for tonight, I've cut it out with a circle. Not quite the same effect, but it'll work. So again, lots of samples. These are more rainbows from that die set. Then we get to one of my favoritist. Tell me as we're going through here, what is your favoritist? I know that's not a great English word, but hey, we're not in school right now. This Marblicious, Simply Marblicious, and of course the blue. But there's blue, gray, green, Highland Heather, Bumblebee, and a pink. Blushing Bride. Well, actually there's more because they're marbled like this. There's all different shades in it. So that one, I have this card that I had made with the pink. And so you can use it for backgrounds. You can use it for anything that you like with marble. I've seen lots of the Otter because that blue looks like it's water. And, oh, I had this one to show you too. This one's done with that daffodil paper. So another, use it for background. Again, we're finding that most of the designer paper does all the work. We don't have to do anything. So here's the otters in the blue. And this is the Otter Stamp Set. Birthday time, you're otterly awesome. This little guy looks like he is swimming. The blends, those new blends work great for coloring if otters are brown. I know somebody had looked it up to see what color to color them, and I thought they were more gray, but I don't remember having otters at the farm or anything. I don't know if any of you have seen them in person and can tell me what color they are. But this one we did color in gray, and we did fussy cut it to get it out of the to get it as a focal point on there. And the colored paper is from the rainbow set again. So that, just a few samples to show you there. So those are still $60 each. You can have those. Then we get to this set, which is $120, but you get the stamp set and a package of 12 by 12 paper. And honest, when you get it, it's full. I have used lots of it. So there's not a great deal left, but I'm not giving it up. I'm going to use it. You can color the stamp. That was another unique thing, was this stamp does fit there. So if you want to color it darker with a stamp, you could, like more of an outline. Beautiful colors in that. So I have a few cards with that one. This one is one where I took the paper and just stamped. Didn't even stamp, used the paper as such. This is a different side of the paper, so you can see. And then this set of cards that we made in one of my team meetings, I used the stamp, the Hello Friend. So great choices there. Different greetings can go different places on your cards and whatever, so you have lots of versatility in that set. Try not to dump that on the floor. And then we have this stamp set, which I'm going to use tonight. And I've used it lots. Great. It again is a $120 one, but awesome words. And it's one of those that you look at and think, I don't think I'm going to get rid of that one when when the catalog retires, because it's just so versatile for so many different things. So I'm going to use one of the tiny greetings, which one I had out, Hello Sunshine, on the card tonight. I did use the sympathy. I have used the birthday. That's where that other birthday one came from. The sympathy. I love this one. Where would I be without a friend like you? And that would go for all of you guys. So, okay, Kathleen, I see your comment. Sea otters, they're brown with lighter heads. Okay, good to know. Thank you. And then, if you would host a party, or if you would host a workshop, or if you gather a number of orders from your friends and do it all together, and they total $375, you automatically get this stamp set. Now, needless to say, you don't see it on my desk, so therefore, I ordered all this stuff, but I didn't order it all at once, so I did not get that set. But again, beautiful, beautiful samples all over the social media using that set, because it's one of our distinctive sets. So if you're interested in that, there's still a few days. And the join my community for $135, you get $165 in product and 2 free stamp sets. And that again is only good till February 28th. So why wouldn't you? You don't have to do anything else. You automatically get at least 20% off on everything you purchase for that time that you're a demonstrator. And there's no pressure to do anything else from me or from Stampin' Up, so let me know if you're interested. I'd love to have you as part of my team. Okay, so I don't see Kathleen. I got that word said in English and French. Good for you. That's great. You'll have great use out of that for sure. So tonight, the card I want to make with you, for you, I guess, because you're not here, is a different fun fold. When I found this with Linda, and I'm not going to try, Schnaubel. Anyway, Linda's Stamping Escape is the name of her site. I thought, whoa, that is really a neat card. So here's the one that I've done. I did it as a sympathy, but look at when you open it. Isn't that kind of neat? How it's just a really different fold and really easy to put together. I had the clip on it because I was trying to take a picture of it, of course, so I will put that back on there and just leave it there so you can see kind of what I'm going to be doing. So to begin with, as usual, I have my 8.5 by 5.5 cardstock, and it's folded as my regular, and I'm going to use the same Misty Moonlight cardstock because, again, it's going to be retiring and I've got some of it, so I might as well use it up. I have some pieces already cut. I am going to have to cut one. And there, I was going to say, I have designer paper somewhere. Basically, you're going to put your designer paper on the front, and it's cut your 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it is 5 1/4 by 4. Then we're going to put it through the cut and emboss machine and cut this out. So therefore, when we glue this on, we don't want to glue here because we want those pieces separate. So I'm going to do that now. And just around the edge. And this is really hard. When I did the other one, I did this and then I did this because that's what I always do. So I made a note to self, don't do that. And I didn't. So I'm going to put that on and let it sit for just a minute. And then I'm going to do this. As I told you, I cut this out with the smaller. Now these, I did try to rate the sizes on them, but That's 2 3/8 and this is 2 1/8. So they do just fit in. And the inside one is what I used to cut this. And I just, on that designer paper, I just laid it where I thought it was a good fit. I'm going to glue it on my silicone mat because I'm notorious for getting glue all over where I shouldn't. Glue it just to the top part because this card's going to be bright and cheery with the polka dots and the rainbow colors. And then I am going to stamp my words from that set with the Hello Sunshine. And hopefully it will fit. Good, 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 good to go. And basically that's all the stamping I'm going to do. You could stamp on the inside piece, and I had an extra one here in case I messed it up. And now I'm going to do the inside. I will cut that other before I do, but this is 8 inches by 5 1/4. So it's a little bit smaller than your card base, scored at 4 and at 6. And that's basically all there is to it. Then you do your folding, which is it's in half. And then it's back. So it's a Z fold, but it's just, I just thought it was really a unique fold to go in your card this way. So before I do that, I will bring in the cut and emboss machine and try not to rock everything too bad. Whoops, I need this one. And cut that. Have any of you made a card like this before with this particular fold? I had not seen it. So I need, ouch. I'm going to use a Post-it note to hold my die, and you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to try and do equal here, here, and here. A little bit, I'm not going to use a ruler to do such, but a little bit tricky when you've got polka dots looking at you from all over the place, and well, it'll work, whatever we do. So I usually, when I'm doing cutting like that, I will run it through and back, and it's just a regular, the first plate, our plate 2, and then our plate 3 for cutting, which is the cutting plates. So then, see that edge has even cut the paper on that side. When I'm done with it, and these dies are from the circle dies that do have scallops and whatever with them as well. So now I have these 2 pieces. I could use this one elsewhere. I believe on one of the cards that Linda did, she had a lighter color yet, and she actually put it in here and stamped on it. I'm not going to on this one. But next I'm going to put this in just with my regular glue that I use, and yes, I'm going to do the middle because it's going to be, I can see where the edge is, again our regular size. And then when this folds over, this piece, I did that backwards, didn't I? Okay, let me fix that. I should have cut it with the big one, not the little one. I can do that. That's for you guys that think we always do everything correct the first time. You notice we don't. Because oh, that's not going to work. And I do not have another piece of the navy here. Okay, I am going to cut it again with the big die, the big circle. And you guys, before I put the card totally together for whoever's going to win it next week, I will get the proper size piece of glue and put there. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get this out of the way again. And I think you'll understand what I was yipping about here. And I don't think... So what should have happened is... Just a minute. You know, Scotch tape is wonderful. Let me see if I can make this work. And I know if you win the card, you're not going to want a piece together one like this, but it gives you the idea of what should be happening. So it should be like that with this on it, therefore you've got a layer around it. So to put it on here, I used, instead of using the liquid glue because it does squish out, I'm going to use the Stamp and Seal and just put a few, it's going to hold it. Then it'll work for demonstration purposes, but I will fix it for the winner next week. So that will go in there. Then my focal point is going to go up on dimensionals, and probably I would say on this I would put 3. Whoops, if I can get them off there. My goodness. And then when I put it down in the center, there is the center of my card. So then when I was done with that, I thought, okay, I've got this extra piece left from when I cut it. What am I going to do with it? So I came along and I decided I was going to put a small piece on the envelope. And you can see how it's supposed to look like that. And then I put the one little tiny strip along there. So I'm going to do the same thing. It is longer. So just be aware of that when you go to put your liquid glue on. I'm going to take the time to use my silicone mat because, and then I will just put a little bit of glue and try to stop at the edge of the card. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing there. I could have left it up that way, but because the front is the polka dots, I'm kind of a gal that likes to have things matchy-matchy. So that will go there. And then for my envelope, again, I think I'll just put it across the bottom, but it kind of ties it all together as a set. And again, you don't need a lot of glue. This glue is really, really tough, strong. I don't know, what do you call glue when it's like that? I guess it's a strong glue. And I did not want it right on the edge of the envelope because of a chance of lifting when it's going through the mail. I must tell you, I was impressed with Canada Post here not very long ago. Well, a couple times. I had to get a card kit to a gal in Edmonton and was really leery that it might not get there in time, and it did. And then my neighbor who's in Arizona phoned me. She said, can you go to my house? I'm looking after her house, so I have a key. Go to my house, get this, package it all up, send it to Calgary. And it was a glass water pitcher, you know, like a jug. And I'm going, oh my goodness, I hope they get it there. Got a phone call from her today saying, yes, it was delivered. The recipient was happy as all get out. So again, Canada Post did their thing. So they're kind of getting better in my books, considering how they did not get my granddaughter's Valentine card to her when the grandsons showed up one day, and 6 days later, the granddaughters showed up. So wasn't impressed with that, and they're all at the same address. So, so there is our card. What do you think? You can do any kind of design in the center. Just remember to cut it out with the bigger one, the bigger die. I think that one's kind of folding because I ran it through the Big Shot twice, or the cut and emboss machine twice. But like I say, the winning one for next week will be proper. You can also add, like on this one, I added just a little butterfly. I did some splatters. This one I thought was good. You could certainly add a rhinestone or something on there. So those are our cards. Thank you. Glad you liked them. And I will just quickly show you this great pile of show and tell. First of all, for the black and white class that I just had, the ladies seemed to like them all, and I did too. I have, this one is done with that paper from the All Together set. A punch, just punch out different designs, put it on. This one, yes, it does have pink in it. It's not all black and white, but I put pink vellum behind the butterflies, and I embossed the card, if you can see it there, with the die. Looks like I need to trim it a little more so that I knew where to lay them, because I wanted to get all of them on there. This one is done with that new vellum that's printed. And we put this piece on, and then we put the ink, the glue behind that so it wouldn't show on the vellum. This one, we'll do this one first. This one's just squares. One of the gals has lots of leftover designer paper, and she was thrilled to know that she could use her pieces of designer paper for these. And the same with this one, only it's a different fold again. And designer paper from the party paper that's in the back of the annual catalog that we're all using, and like it's got black and white on the back of it, so it worked perfect for my black and white class, which I do hold every year and thoroughly enjoy. I enjoy doing all those classes with you guys. So this is one that I received. It has an embossing folder here, that happy birthday out of that set that we just had. And it's done, can you see, should be able to see the clear window sheet behind it. So again, strips of paper, glued on the window sheet, and then cut out like with a die. Beautiful, beautiful color there. A swap that I'm in, this one from Barb, and it's another cute fold. Just a corner tuck, and then this opens. And it's from that stamp set. She's colored the flowers in it. These two we did at our team meeting the other night. A takeoff of spotlighting, and I used the pastels to color them. So 2 different colors, obviously, and great, easy to use the pastels. Loved how easy that was to do those. This one from Linda, I know you're on there. I love this card. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for the sweet words that you had in it. I really do appreciate it. This one from Linda again, but this is our card swap. So it's the same, no, it's not either. I was going to say it's the same flower that I had here, but it's not. Just stamped, not even colored, and a couple of gold embellishments. They're beads, I guess. And that designer paper that is in the annual catalog with the gold veins through it. Great way to use it, Linda. And just little pieces of it again. And she's got a stamp on the inside. Beautiful colors. Love it. Love it, love it. This next one is from Marie in a card swap, and this one I don't have this set, so great to get a card. And it's the Grassy Grove, I believe it's called. The die cut, this paper is that New Horizons paper, and it's on Evening Evergreen there. This one is from Diana. Diana always has so many great ideas for cards, and it opens this way. Isn't that another neat fold? With all the, there's an embossing folder, there's glimmer paper, there's embellishments, can't remember which ones those are called, but, and look at the little eyes. Oh, and these guys are out of the glimmer paper as well. And last but not least, another swap card from Terry, again with designer paper doing the work, and she has stamped on gold shimmer paper. So you can do that too. You can stamp on the gold, and there's that verse that I said I really liked about having friends like all of you guys. So yeah, great, great mailbox we've had this week, and I know there's more to come. So on to, unless there's anything pressing that I need to answer, but I know that others on here can answer questions as well, and I will go back to them. This is the card I made last week using the decorative masks, and I'm going to do the draw for that. I'll just lay it right there, and I will find it on my machine here. Do you guys like this where I do the draw where you can see it? I certainly don't mind doing it that way, and I think it's kind of fun for you guys too. So here are the names of everyone who commented on last week's video. Whether you watched it live or watched it afterwards, doesn't really matter. And I'm going to, you know what, I am going to stand it down again because I tend to try and hold it and then it shakes. So I'll hold it with two hands. And hopefully you can see it. Linda F. Congratulations, Linda. You'll have another card in the mail to you shortly. So that's great. Great, great, great. Linda is one of my downline, and she makes awesome cards, and I love sharing them with everybody when I get them. And as you saw, there was a couple in there from her today. So cards, getting cards in the mail or being delivered, as some of them are, is just the best, right? So that is it for me for tonight. I thank you all again for joining and taking part, discussing things, whatever. I'll go back and read them and just enjoy the community that we're having together. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks, everyone. Take care.